What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back with another longer build. This is a pretty long video and it's also a pretty large house. So yeah, that's why this video is a bit longer. And I'm actually very excited to share this one with you today because I am using custom content for this specific build. And it's only my second time ever I'm using custom content in The Sims 4. I mean, I do use a little bit of custom content here and there whenever I play the game, which is not all that often. But for building, I don't usually go for custom content. It's not because I don't like it. I actually love it. I follow a lot of creators over on Twitter and on Instagram, and I do love to see what they create, and it's always so beautiful and so wonderful. But I just don't always go for custom content because, for one, that makes it a lot harder for you guys to download the builds, and two, I get overwhelmed pretty easy, and I always feel like I need to limit my choices a little bit. So we already have like so much stuff in The Sims 4 that sometimes I just don't really feel the need to download CC because I'm already so overwhelmed by everything that we have in the game. It's so much at this point, and then at the same time still not enough for like a lot of things. So that's always a little bit of a difficult situation. But yeah, for this one, I actually really wanted to focus on custom content because I was feeling a little bit uninspired and I didn't really know what to do, and we haven't really had any new content in the game recently. So yeah, I felt like I needed something fresh and something new, and that's when I decided to go ahead and actually do a full-on build with custom content. And I have had my eye on this one creator for the longest time. Their name is MYSUNOSUN. I will obviously link all the CC that I use in this build. I will obviously go ahead and link it down below. I will link the creators, and I will list like the specific packs that I use, but I mainly focused on one creator for the interior for this house, and that is MYSUNOSUN. And I have been following them for a while, and the stuff that they create is just so beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I, from the get-go, knew that I wanted to use a lot of stuff by this creator. So I just, I literally went on their Tumblr page and I downloaded pretty much everything that they have ever made. Not literally everything, but pretty much everything. So I will list everything that I downloaded, obviously, like I said, in the description box down below. So at first I thought I wanted to do like an apartment and focus on the MYSUNOSUN CC, but then I decided that I actually really wanted to do a whole house with custom content. And so that's when I decided to also download the Orjanic pack by HEYHARRIE and FELIXANDRE, which is a gorgeous pack because I really wanted to get some build custom content items as well. And the Orjanic pack, I knew already, comes with these like wonderful windows and doors and sliding doors and barn doors and shutters and whatnot, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's inspired by the cottage living pack. Obviously, it's like an add-on for the cottage living pack, basically. So I downloaded the part 1 and 2, both 1 and 2 of the Orjanic pack. So I also have some interior CC by HEYHARRIE and FELIXANDRE that I'm also using in this build. So I'm mixing and matching the MYSUNOSUN and the HEYHARRIE and FELIXANDRE CC for the interior for this build, and then for the exterior, I'm using pretty much only FELIXANDRE and HEYHARRIE, because, well, the MYSUNOSUN CC doesn't really come with any exterior, it's more so interior CC. So yeah, I'm using like doors and windows and wallpapers by from the Orjanic pack, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, you can see the house come together. It's the most gorgeous CC. I was feeling so inspired when I was using these items. I was having so much fun building this house. As you can see, I'm going for a modern country house sort of vibe. I at first wanted to build this in Bagley, but then I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go over to Windenburg and do like a modern sort of country house in that world because it would go there very nicely as well. So I sat down and built on this lot in Windenburg. I don't really build on this lot very often. I think I've only built here once. That's because the lighting for this lot is not the best, and there is like a lot of trees and stuff in the way for screenshots. It's not that big of a deal. You can obviously make it work, which I did for this build, but it's not my favorite lot to build. But I felt like for like a modern country house sort of vibe, this lot was so lovely. I just really like the surroundings, like the nature and the trees and the grass. I don't know really how to explain it, but I just really love this lot, and I really love the surroundings for this one. So I decided to go ahead and do a modern country house on this lot with a lot of CC, as you can see, and I felt so inspired because, like I said, we haven't really been getting any new content for The Sims 4. A lot of people have talked about this a lot already, but I strongly feel the same way. I am legitimately so sad that we did not get another expansion pack last year. Usually we will get like an expansion pack in the summer and then one more in November. Well, that did not happen. We also didn't get another game pack or stuff pack. We got a few kits, but no packs. And I'm so sad about that. And I'm legitimately so sad about stuff packs. I feel like we're not ever gonna get any more stuff packs. And that makes me sad. Like, I'm obviously not sure. Maybe we will get more stuff packs, but at this point, I just don't see it happening, which is super sad because stuff packs were just getting good and I enjoyed them so much. But yeah, we are getting another game pack obviously soon because they teased that, and it's probably going to be about weddings. And I'm really excited for that one. I obviously can't wait for some new content in The Sims 4. I'm so excited. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for that one to drop, I guess. But I've been feeling a little bit uninspired, if I'm being honest, when it comes to doing builds. I love building still, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we just need a little bit of new content in The Sims. I don't know. It's just something that I feel very strongly about. And so yeah, I decided to just refresh my own game with some CC. I don't do that enough, I feel like. So let me know, do you prefer watching builds with or without custom content? Obviously, I don't always go ahead and download custom content. I don't use it very often, but every once in a while, I just want to do a build dedicated to custom content, I feel like. And yeah, this was really something I needed at this point. And I felt so inspired. Like, I was having so much fun with this build, which is also why it took me so long, because obviously I have all these new items in my game that I don't know yet, that I'm not familiar with. It's always like this whenever we get like new packs as well, then getting together or putting together a build just takes me a little bit longer because I have all these items that I need to like look at and get to know and see what they're used for and see how I can combine them with other stuff, you know, so that always takes a little bit longer. And that was definitely the case for this one as well, because yeah, I have all this custom content in my game now that I'm not familiar with, but that I still like really enjoy. And I was having so much fun with it. And let me tell you, the interior, well, actually also the exterior maybe, but yeah, specifically the interior, that is literally my dream house. Like, that is what I would furnish my dream house. Like, I would furnish my actual dream house exactly in this way, with this color scheme, with these like warm wood tones and the neutrals that I used. I just love it so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like custom content creators for The Sims 4, because the game has already been out for so long, the custom content creators have gotten so good. Like, they are so extremely talented, and they make stuff that, in my opinion, is better than the actual Maxis stuff. For one, they have like a lot more swatches, a lot more options, but also like the neutral tones and stuff that custom creators or custom content creators are able to give us. Maxis doesn't give us that, and I don't know why, because I feel like a lot of builders and a lot of Sims players are super vocal about what they would like to see in The Sims 4, and I have seen a lot of people requesting more basics, more neutrals, more a variety of more like neutral tones that may be a lot similar but are different, like that sort of thing. And Maxis seems to not want to really give us that, and I don't know why. And that is why I'm so happy with custom content creators, because they give us all these wonderful options that we want, basically. And so, yeah, I don't know. I've been repeating myself throughout this video, but I had so much fun with this. I was feeling so inspired while creating this build. And yeah, you can see that we are slowly moving on to the interior of this house. And yeah, this is definitely a family home. It's a generations family home, actually, because it does have a lot of bedrooms. We have 1 bedroom downstairs, and then we have, I think, 3 bedrooms upstairs, if I'm not mistaken. I finished this build like a week ago, so I kind of need to refresh my memory as I'm looking at the footage. But I think this house has 4 bedrooms. Yeah, it definitely has 4 bedrooms total. So I was thinking 1 bedroom downstairs, maybe for the grandparents, and then a master bedroom upstairs, and then a kid's bedroom and a toddler's bedroom upstairs as well. So 4 bedrooms total, a bunch of bathrooms too. I think I only furnished 1 bathroom on camera. Yeah, I think I only furnished the downstairs bathroom on camera. And then we have 2 smaller bedrooms upstairs as well, which one of them is an ensuite for the parents. And then the other one is a hall bath upstairs for the kids to share, basically. And then the bathroom downstairs is also a laundry room, and that one is also a whole bathroom. It's very close to the bedroom downstairs, so it kind of feels like an ensuite. They're off of the same little hallway, but it's not literally an ensuite. So it's also the guest bedroom or the guest bathroom, I want to say, to use whenever you have people over, stuff like that. But yeah, oh my goodness, the furniture items from these packs are so wonderful. You can see, if you're familiar with the packs that I'm using or familiar with the creators, you can see that I'm using some organic furniture pieces as well here in the hallway, and they combine so nicely with the stuff from MYSUNOSUN. It just goes together so nicely, and that's mainly because of the wonderful wood swatches that they come in. They're pretty similar, or at least very nice to like mix and match and all that. And it's just all the neutrals make me so extremely happy. I love neutrals for my houses. I love neutrals, and I love using a variety of neutrals that are like very similar in color, but different in tone, if that makes sense. And that is what I would like to see more of in The Sims 4. But I'm just not sure if we're ever gonna be getting that. I don't know. I've kind of given up. But I still really, really want more stuff, like new stuff. I'm just really craving new stuff. But for now, I'm using this custom content. And you can see this living room come together. I, off camera, actually swapped it around a little bit because it was kind of closed off and it was kind of difficult to route around for your Sims, and it didn't really make sense. So I, in the end, actually swapped the love seat and the little chair with the poof. As you can see, I kind of swapped that around so that we have the love seat by the window and then the chair on the other side of the TV, so that the living area is more like open to the rest of the house, if that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I kind of wanted to try and close it off a little bit, maybe, I think, or no, I remember now. I remember what I was trying to do. I did not really want to place a little love seat in front of the windows because I felt like it would be so nice to be able to sit on that love seat and actually look out the window into your beautiful backyard and face those gorgeous large windows with the curtains. So that's what I tried to do, but I ended up feeling like it was a little bit too closed off. So I just, as you can see, I swapped around that love seat where it is right now. I placed it on the other side, and then I placed the little chair on the other side of the TV. It's really not that difficult, but you'll see it once we jump into the game. I always like to do a little tour at the end of my videos, as you probably know by now if you are not new to my channel. So yeah, I will just give you a quick tour at the end of the video, and then you can kind of see what I mean. But the whole vibe of the living room is definitely still the same. I love these furniture pieces so much. Like, this is definitely my dream living room. I would want to have this in my house. Like that exposed brick wall, that is so gorgeous, and then that mirror leaning against the wall. It's amazing, and I can't speak highly enough of these pieces. And then one of my favorite pieces from the organic packs is that sliding barn door that I used on the interior for this house. It's that barn door that is open by default. That sliding barn door, I kind of placed 2 of them back to back, if that makes sense, like one on one side of the wall and one on the other side of the wall, because I really wanted to have a sliding door, like the sliding piece. I really wanted to have that on both sides of the door, if that makes sense. And it still works. It doesn't like block the routing for your Sims or anything, so that is nice. I just love that sliding door so much. I live for having a sliding barn door on the inside of my home at some point, whenever I end up having a house, which at this point, oh my goodness, I'm not sure if that is, I mean, obviously it's gonna happen at some point in my life, but you know, it's just a dream of mine to have this gorgeous, like modern country-esque kind of rustic looking house that is still like sleek and modern, if you will, like kind of like the exact thing that I'm building right now, that I'm furnishing right now. This is my dream aesthetic. This is completely up my alley and something I want in real life so bad. And you can see that the floor plan for this house is very open. I really did that on purpose. I really wanted to go for a very open floor plan because it is a very modern house. And I thought it would be nice to have like this gorgeous open space with a kitchen, living, dining. I just thought that that was a nice vibe, and I'm really happy that I decided to do that. I also really love this kitchen by MYSUNOSUN. This kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. First of all, again, the swatches, the counters come in, it's just, they're so gorgeous. And then I just love how sleek and modern, but still detailed this kitchen is. I love the handles, like the leather handles. It's just, it's so gorgeous. And it looks so nice against these windows from the organic stuff back. And then I tried to incorporate a little bit of lighter like green, as you can see throughout this build. Or I started doing that in this kitchen, and then I continued doing that throughout the rest of this space as well, like with the curtains and whatnot, and just little details here and there. And that is just so nice. I love how the green just gives it an extra little, I don't know, splash of color, just a little bit of extra life to it. It just looks really nice because it was starting to get a little bit too neutral in here. I was definitely getting a little bit carried away with all the neutral tones because I was so happy that I had so many to pick from at this point. That I was kind of getting carried away. So I tried to, I don't know, just add a little bit of green tones here and there, also in the dining chairs, as you can see. And I love this gorgeous plant that I placed on top of the dining table. It's absolutely wonderful. I love that plant. It's so beautiful. And it definitely brings in a little bit of extra life as well. And I try to section of different parts of the house, if you will, by using different rugs here and there. So you can see that I obviously like use a large rug in the living area. I actually combined 2 rugs together. And then I also put an extra rug underneath the dining table so that you can kind of like section off parts of the house that way. That I really like to do that whenever I'm using like, or whenever I'm working with like an open floor plan like this one. I just like to use like little rugs to still kind of create the illusion of different parts of the house, if that makes sense, like different sections really. And then on this side of the living room, I decided to go ahead and place a little study nook, like office area with that large table with a couple of chairs. It's a nice area for your Sims to do some work. I placed that computer. I love that computer. It's such a great looking computer and so realistic. It's by MYSUNOSUN. And I loved using that computer. It looks so good in this house. So yeah, we have that little study area, a little, I don't know, creative area, if you will. I also love that little radio up on the shelf. As you can see, that little radio is so cute. I love how that looks, and I really want that in real life. So yeah, I placed that little radio and then a lot of plants and a computer, as you can see. So that is just a nice little study nook for your Sims to do their homework if you have kids. Or just whenever they need to do some work on the computer. I thought that that was really cute. And then obviously I placed some books and whatnot as well. And then by that little couch that I placed that little sectional couch in the corner of this area. I placed a knitting basket. No, not the knitting, the what's it called? The cross-stitching basket. Wow, I really need to think about that for a second. But I placed the cross-stitching basket, as you can see, next to that little sectional couch, so that there are some skill building items in here, like some activities in here as well. I'm pretty sure I also placed an easel somewhere in this house, though now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually not sure if I ended up doing that. I did actually place a mini easel because MYSUNOSUN created these tiny little mini easels that you can place like on a desk. I thought that that was so cute, so I decided to go ahead and place one of those in the kids' bedroom. And I know kids can't use the easels, so I'm pretty sure that kids can't use that easel either. I haven't really play tested it actually, so maybe your kids' Sims can, but teens and adults can use it. So it is functional, but I just decided to go ahead and place it in the kids' bedroom because I thought it was so cute. It looked so cute on the kids' desk. So I decided to go ahead and place that that easel anyway. But if your kids' Sims can't use it, then your adult Sims will be able to use it. So yeah, it's definitely functional. But here you can see I went back into the kitchen to clutter it up a little bit. And then after that, we are moving on to that tiny little hallway of the entryway that leads into the first bedroom and the downstairs bathroom too. So for the family living here, I didn't really have anything. I didn't really have like any sort of storyline other than a generations family living with the grandparents. So I definitely furnished this downstairs bedroom for the grandparents. Whenever I build generations homes, I always like to give the grandparents the bedroom downstairs because I feel like it's kind of realistic. The grandparents are probably getting a little bit older, and that means that they don't have to walk up the stairs anymore. I think that that is just something realistic and something to consider for your elderly Sims. I mean, obviously in The Sims, that sort of thing doesn't matter, but I still like to think about it. And then also because the kids' bedrooms are upstairs, I kind of like giving the grandparents their own little section of the house where they, if they don't want to, don't have anything to do with the kids. Like if you have like younger children, especially then whenever they are crying or something, then the grandparents aren't bothered by that. And then at the same time, the parents are closer by. So the parents are sleeping upstairs closer by the kids' bedrooms so that they can get to the kids more easily, if that makes sense. That's the kind of thing I like to consider for my generations family homes. And also gameplay-wise, I think it's nice because if you have a baby, for example, upstairs somewhere and you have the parents sleeping downstairs and you have a pretty spacious house like this one, then whenever the baby is crying, your Sims need to go all the way up the stairs and it takes them so long and it's super annoying. And I personally hate the sound of babies crying. You know, I like to be able to get to my babies as fast as possible in The Sims so that they stop crying and so that my Sims can just feed them and cuddle them as soon or like as fast as possible, basically, if that makes sense. But then, yeah, for the rest of the storyline, I don't know. I just, I furnished a bedroom, obviously for the grandparents, one for the parents, one for a kid, and one for a toddler. So I was definitely thinking that the parents living here have younger kids. Like I said, a toddler and a kid, so pretty young still. And yeah, they have the grandparents living with them because they have the space for it, and also because the grandparents like to babysit, like they like to look after the kids so that the parents can work, stuff like that. So it's also just very practical. But yeah, for the rest, I didn't really have a specific storyline. The Sims obviously are pretty wealthy because they have this newly built modern country house that is really spacious and very much renovated and just probably very expensive. So I feel like this family is pretty wealthy, but I don't know exactly what kind of jobs they would have. I just don't really know. I just didn't really go that far. For this build, I was more so just inspired to use custom content and to use items that I've never used before and to be inspired, stuff like that. So yeah, for the rest, I didn't really think of a specific storyline. But if you have a specific storyline, or if you have something that comes to mind when you're seeing this house come together, then definitely let me know, because I would love to see or to hear the kind of Sims that you think would live in a house like this. But yeah, you can really see the bathroom come together. I used, once again, a lot of custom content pieces by MYSUNOSUN. They have this gorgeous bathroom pack that I used the bathtub from and the toilet, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love that tub. It's so cute, and it has a little shelf over it where you can place little clutter items. It's just so cute. So yeah, I placed that tub. I really wanted to make sure and use it in one of the bathrooms, so I placed it downstairs. And then we have this gorgeous landing area. I love this landing area situation that you can see is like this little balcony that looks down to the entryway. I just love it when I'm able to create that sort of effect in a house. Obviously, not every floor plan allows it, But for this floor plan, I was actually able to have the landing completely open to the downstairs area. And I think that looks so gorgeous. It gives the house this open and airy and luxurious look and feel. And I just really, really love that. But yeah, you can see that we are moving on to the parents' bedroom. This bedroom is definitely a little bit smaller than the grandparents' bedroom. The grandparents definitely have the biggest bedroom of the house. But that's okay. Like, they're the grandparents. They deserve a little bit of space to kind of have their own personal space in the house. And then the parents, they have this bedroom upstairs. I went for this darker, cooler wood tone in here that I think just looks so gorgeous. So I placed this dresser, and then I combined that with a couple of modular pieces from the Dream Home Decorator stuff pack or game pack, because the wood tone was exactly the same, like it matched perfectly. So that was nice, so that I could hang some extra clothes, give them a little bit of extra wardrobe space, because they don't have the biggest bedroom and not the biggest dresser, like wardrobe area or anything. So I felt like I needed to give them a little bit extra space for that. They do have this gorgeous clothing rack with a mirror attached to it by MYSUNOSUN. I love that item, and I really wanted to make sure to use it in this house. So that's what I decided to do. And then I have this little chair in the corner, and they also have an ensuite off of their bedroom that I did not furnish on camera, I don't think. I did make sure to actually place hampers for this build because we do have laundry downstairs. So yeah, I really just tried to not forget to place hampers, and I succeeded. So I'm really proud of that one. But then, as you can see here, we have the little toddler's bedroom, and MYSUNOSUN created this gorgeous little toddler bed that I think is just absolutely wonderful. It's one of my favorite items that I'm using in this build. They also have like this super cute crib that matches this toddler bed, but I don't have a baby in this household, so I didn't really have the use for it. I couldn't really place that crib anywhere. It wouldn't really make sense, but it's just the cutest little thing. And this toddler bed matches that one perfectly, and I just love this toddler bed. It's so simple, but then at the same time so like modern and trendy, and it has these wonderful swatches, these neutral swatches, but also muted colors. So I decided to combine a couple of rugs in here to give them a larger rug like play area, if that makes sense. And then they have the same dresser as their parents, and this one I turned into a little makeshift changing table with an ottoman merged into it, as you can see. And then they have this little shelving unit where I placed a couple of toys. I love this shelving unit as well. It's so like IKEA-ish, but at the same time kind of luxurious and like, I don't know, just expensive looking, but not too expensive, if that makes sense. It's just such a realistic shelving unit. But then after the toddler's bedroom, we are moving on to the kids' bedroom. And I was playing around with the color scheme in here a little bit. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to go for, but then in the end, I used a lot of blues in here, and I think I changed the swatch of the wood tones in here. I'm not quite sure though. We will have to just wait and see. But I just was enjoying the more muted colors for this whole build like so much. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I feel like I've been repeating myself over and over again in this voiceover, so I'm so sorry if that's annoying, but I am just beyond inspired by these beautiful custom content pieces. They are just, I can't wrap my head around how people are able to create this stuff. Like, they're so incredibly talented. Like, how do you make these things? And why hasn't EA hired you yet? Like, it blows my mind. These people are so incredibly talented. I don't know how they do it. I could never do this. I could never pull this off. And they get it just right with the colors and the swatches for things. And it's just incredible. So extremely detailed. But yeah, here you can see that we have that desk in the kids' bedroom with the little desk easel, as you can see. Isn't that just so cute? Like, oh my gosh, it's such a realistic, cute little item that is perfect for a kid's bedroom. I can totally see this kid making their little paintings here in their bedroom, and I just thought it was so cute. So yeah, once again, I'm not sure if kids can actually use that. I forgot to playtest that, but adults definitely can. So yeah, there is at least one sim in your household that is able to use that little easel, I feel like. But yeah, for this bedroom, I just, I cluttered it up. It's just a general kid's bedroom, as you can see. I was thinking that obviously this kid was more on the creative side of things. They love to paint, they love to draw, stuff like that. I also gave them a little, what's it called? A little journal on their desk so that they can do some journaling. And I gave them just a lot of toys and little knickknacks around their bedroom. And I tried to color coordinate it as best as I could without it being too like matchy-matchy, if that makes sense. They do have a lot of clutter and like a little bit of a mess in here, but not too much. And yeah, for this kid, like I said, I wasn't really sure what they would be into. They're just a kid being a kid. They're into a lot of things. I also gave them a little toy box in there and a little, what's it called, a dollhouse as well. And then the parents, they have this little balcony off of their bedroom where I placed a full-size easel, if you will, also by MYSUNOSUN, and I think it's gorgeous. So I placed that one on the little balcony, and then also a yoga mat, because I really wanted to incorporate as many like useful skill building items as I could. So I also outside in the backyard placed a flower arranging table, also one by MYSUNOSUN, I think. Or is that one by the Orjanic pack? I'm forgetting. I think it's by MYSUNOSUN, but yeah, forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, as you can see, for the backyard, we have this little seating area, this dining area, I mean. I also gave them a grill and, well, like I said, that flower arranging table, and then off of like down the little stairway, down the little staircase, I placed this, this little seating area with a couple of couches. This backyard is actually pretty big, so I also decided to go ahead and create a little gardening area that I think just turned out super cute and super like cozy. I love this backyard. It's very big, so I was definitely a little bit intimidated by it. I wasn't sure what I needed to do with all this space at first, so I really needed to take a second and look at it and think about it. But I figured it out in the end. Oh, and as I was furnishing the backyard, I also came across a couple of wall decorations that I totally missed. So I swapped out a couple of paintings or like some artworks that I placed that are just from the game. I replaced them with some artworks by MYSUNOSUN that I thought were a lot more fitting for this whole build, and I'm so happy that I found those. I totally looked over them. I totally didn't see them at first. So yeah, I'm happy that I found them later on still. And then we also have this little swinging, like this swing bench, if you will, that I think is just so cute. So I placed that on the terrace as well. And then here you can see we have that that gardening area that I was talking about. I just think that it turned out so cute. I just can't speak highly enough of the stuff from these packs. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then I also wanted to make sure to create a little play area for the kids. So I placed a swing set that adults can actually also use, so that is nice. And then I also placed the monkey jungle bars for the kids to play with. And then, yeah, for the rest, I just did a little bit of landscaping. As you can see, I really needed to place some extra plants here and there in the backyard. So that's what I decided to do. And I think that the backyard turned out very, very cute. I feel like it looks very lived in and very, I don't know, very cozy and very wholesome. And I just really, really enjoyed it so much. And then we also have a little shed that I, at first, pretty much forgot to furnish. I thought I was done with the build. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not done at all. I have this garage, in front of the house that I still need to furnish. So I quickly also did that. And I actually also repeated that little, or I tried to repeat that little swinging bench because I loved it so much. So I really wanted to place that swinging bench in the front of the house as well. But it just didn't really look right. So I decided to replace it for a regular bench. And then I placed a little car in the driveway as well. They also have a truck parked next to the garage, as you can see. And then they also have a little car parked on the inside of the garage. Maybe that car is broken and they're trying to fix it, or maybe they just parked it in here. I don't know, I just really needed to fill up some space in here. But in this garage, I had some space for extra activities. I placed the woodworking bench and a treadmill, and then that is actually it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. I love this large driveway area. I feel like it's so like luxurious feeling without it being too overwhelming. Like it's not too neat or put together, and that's what I love about it. So we have the mailbox over here. I parked a little car over here, and then we also have the shed, as you can see on this side. You just saw it in the speed build, but I'll just show you real quick. So we have the debug car in here. We have the woodworking bench and this treadmill as well. So a little home gym, if you will, which is always nice to have. And then I also parked a bike out here as well that your Sims can use. So we have two entries into the backyard. We have this gate over here, but we also have this opening over here on this side. I thought that would make sense for a large backyard like this. But over here we have the little gardening area, as well as the porch and terrace. So we have the flower arranging table, the dining area, the seating area over here with a nice outdoor rug, and a lot of potted plants. So I definitely thought that someone in this household was into gardening. And then we have the area for the kids over here. So the swing set, the monkey jungle bars, and that brings us over here back to the front of the house. So we have the front porch. I love this cozy little area with a bench and this potted plant. I just think it's so cute. So when we go inside, we have the entryway over here. So we have an area to store your coat and your shoes. Look at these little boots lined up. Aren't these little boots just adorable? Oh my gosh, I love them so much. So we have a mirror over here, and then another little storage unit over on this side. And then my dream sliding barn door over here that leads us into the very open kitchen, living, dining, study space, if you will. And here you can see I swapped around the love seat and the chair. This makes a lot more sense. So the living area is way more like open to the rest of the house, so it won't cause any awkward routing. So we have the couches, as you can see, the TV, a little chair. Over here in the corner, an extra little shelving unit, and then a functional bookcase over here as well. Then we have the large dining table over here by the sliding door that leads into the backyard. I love this table and chair set. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then over on this side, we have the kitchen. This is my dream kitchen. So yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. We have all the appliances over here, then the stove over here, a lot of storage in here as well, and then the fridge kind of tucked away in there as well. And then we have this large island area with the sink, and then I put in a dishwasher sneakily on this side as well. And then back here, I think that this might be my favorite area of the house. I don't know if it is. I love the rest as well, so I'm not quite sure, but I really enjoy this study area. We have the computer, which by the way is absolutely gorgeous. Why don't we have a normal looking basic PC like this one in The Sims 4? I don't know, but we need it. And then we have these books stored and this little radio and just some clutter items and a little cart unit with some stuff in it as well. And then over here, just a tiny little sectional couch if you just want to do some silent reading in the corner, or if you want to do some cross stitching, then you can do that as well. And then on the other side of the house, we have this tiny little hallway that leads us into the grandparents' bedroom. The shape of this bedroom is a little bit funky, a little bit awkward, but I kind of feel like it makes sense because they have this walk-in storage wardrobe situation over here, and then the rest of their bedroom over here. So they have this gorgeous bed with a nightstand, an additional wardrobe over here against the diagonal wall, which I thought was gorgeous, a hamper, and this nice painting, and just a little chair. I love this bedroom. I feel like it's so cute. And then over here we have the downstairs bathroom slash laundry room. So we have the laundry machines in the sink, this toilet, an open shower, and bathtub situation. And isn't this bathtub just gorgeous? I want this in real life. I'm not even kidding. And then we have this storage cart over here, which I thought was very realistic as well. Then when we go upstairs, we have obviously the landing area, and I love how this is open to the ground floor. I feel like it's just so grand and luxurious looking, and I just love how it turned out. So yeah, we have an extra little seating spot over here, as you can see, and some storage space. And then off to this side, we have the parents' bedroom. They have their bed and their dresser, some additional clothes hanging over here, and then they have this little balcony with a yoga mat and an easel. And then over here, they have their little ensuite. So this one has a shower tub combo and then a double sink, which I thought was nice. I repeated these counters and overhead cabinets from MYSUNOSUN in here again, just in white, which made them perfect for a bathroom in my opinion. And then over here, we have the kids' bedroom. I love the blue and the teal in this bedroom, like combined together. I think it's so cute. I love this desk and how it matches with the wallpaper wallpaper perfectly. I just think that that is so satisfying. So they have their desk with a whole bunch of clutter, their wardrobe with a whole bunch of stuff on top, and then some extra storage space over here as well, and then their bed. And I love this little seating unit as well. So yeah, this bedroom is not too cluttered, but definitely still feels like a kid's bedroom. And then over here we have the toddler's bedroom. I love this one as well. This bed is just so adorable. It's so cute. And then they have their toys, as you can see, a potty as well, and then their makeshift changing table. And then there is a whole bathroom for the kids to use in here as well. So they have a shower tub combo as well. They have this cute little like green color in here, which I thought was cute. And then the toilet, obviously, and yeah, just a hamper and some storage over here on this side. But that is actually it for this build. So this modern country house is up on the gallery, and it comes in at just over 170,000 simoleons. It's pretty expensive, but it is a large generations family home, obviously. And then as you probably know by now, this build uses custom content. So if you want to find it, make sure to enable custom content for your search options. Otherwise, you won't be able to find it. And if you want to know exactly what CC I use for this build, make sure to check out the description box down below. I will obviously link MYSUNOSUN's Tumblr, and I will also link the Organic pack by HEYHARRIE and FELIXANDRE. I will link it all in the description box down below. So if you're curious, just check out the description box. But that's actually gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!